Hi, thank you for coming back. This is Mission TV, a special edition. I'm Melissa Summers, and this is the 59th session of the General Conference. And let me tell you, you know I keep saying we're having so much fun. What's more fun than meeting other family from around the world? It's like a little taste of what heaven is going to be like. Well, right now I have a missionary called, and he's actually an old friend, co-worker, Trent with the ministry called Life. Trent, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, now, what is Life?
Life is an acronym. It's also an institution. It stands for the Lay Institute for Evangelism. Life is an evangelistic training school. We're located in Orlando, Florida. And people come and stay for 2, 3, 4, 16 weeks and get evangelism training.
Okay, now how has Life, or the ministry of Life, impacted your life personally?
Well, I wanted to go to one of these schools for a long time, and I was praying about it. I never had the money. I always had some excuse, you know, I'm a college student, or I don't have enough money, or I've got to do this, or I got another job. So I met my boss, Scott Moore, the president. I met him years ago when I was working for 3ABN. So I see him now, and he's running Life, and I'm like, what's Life? And he tells me all about it. And then I ask him, well, how much is it? And he's like, it's free if you're going to come help me do some work down there. And I was like, you know what? I'll pray about it. And I went home, and I was like, pray about it? I've been praying for 2 years.
Wow.
So I called him back and said yes. And that just kind of showed me how God works in my life. And when I wanted to go down there, I had a whole list. Like, God, I need this, I need this, I need this, and I need this, and I need this if I'm going to be able to go and make this work.
Right.
Well, he fulfilled every single number on my list down to the smallest detail, and then gave me more than I thought possible, and it turned it into a job and an ongoing thing.
That's interesting. Now, because you were at 3ABN, now really, Trent was not just at 3ABN. I mean, really, he's in the family. Tell him how close in the family you are.
Well, Danny Shelton's my uncle.
Right.
Tammy Chance is my mom. So I've been out there for pretty much all my life, I guess you could say.
Right. So how was it, you know, to leave really family? 3ABN is family, you know, to go to Life and really start off your own ministry.
Well, it was definitely hard. I'd been gone off and on for several years, going to school in different places, but I always came back home. I always worked for 3ABN at events like this. You know, they always brought me back. And then now I pretty much said bye. You know,
I'm sprouting my wings.
Like, this is it. So everybody was sad, but 3ABN was happy to see me go because they believe in what Life is doing. You know, we're doing a good work, and they needed the things I had learned while I'd been at 3ABN. That's what they needed there. So I've been able to go and help out in that way.
Okay, so you saw God's hand in all of this.
Yes,
now,
definitely.
At what point did you really start? I know you said 2 years ago, but you wanted to move more into evangelism. When did that start? When was that burning desire?
Well, it's definitely in my family. All my uncles preach and teach, and all my family basically. So I've always kind of had this little tug, this little feeling. But I've always been a cameraman and a production man, and I don't particularly like sitting in front of the camera or in front of the audience. I like.
Well, you look great, so.
Oh, thank you. But I just keep feeling this tug, and I didn't know how it was going to happen. I'm like, how am I going to get away a little bit from production where I can spend more time listening to the sermons and you know, listening to the messages and receiving the message? Because ever since I've been 12 years old, I've been behind a camera, or, you know, church services, prayer meetings, events. I've always been working. And so when I came to Life, you know, I can already see that happening. My bosses are always getting on to me about different things I do, or they don't know in a loving manner, you know. They're like, Trent, come on, you need to do this, or you need to read your Bible more, or why don't you know that scripture when somebody asks you? And I love it. Like, I don't feel like they're getting on to me. I love it. It's motivation for me. I'm just trying to keep up. I'm always trying to keep up. So like a whole new world is opening up to you. So, you know, you grew up in an evangelistic environment, because that's what 3ABN is. Yeah.
But you really weren't being evangelized to. In other words, because you were always working. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, like I got where I could do both. You know, you kind of listen and whatever, but you're listening for the purpose of getting the next camera shot or knowing which camera to cut to or whatever. So now I feel like I have an opportunity to grow in different ways. So.
Okay, how has this really impacted your life at Life?
The environment there is one of a kind. Like my coworkers, the students that come in, the pastor at the church that we're associated with, these people are all a great inspiration to me. The way they eat, the way they dress, the way they talk, the way they handle problems, the way we handle each other when we have problems, staff meetings and the morning worships, etc. All of it is just blows me away every single day. Even if we get in a fight at work or something, it just blows me away how we can handle it and how we can see God working through all of it. You can see God working through the students that come to Life, see people change over the course of the semester, and all of it just makes me want to do better and better.
Okay, well, you know, of course, Mission TV is strictly about missions.
Yeah.
So how has, the mission that you have and seeing all of the other people coming to the school and their mission, how has that impacted you?
It's the impact is incredible. We can work with, people that want to do missions in North America. We can work with people that wanted to go overseas. Anybody that comes in and just wants to learn their Bible better and learn how to reach out to other people, they come and train with us, and then we can send them somewhere like James Hartley's ministry, Light, and they send out and they train Bible workers in different parts of the world. So we can have a student, and then we can work with him because of our network. He comes and teaches at our school. We can send him to him, and he can put them out anywhere in the world where they need help. They can go train Bible workers in India, or wherever. And it all impacts me, but the greatest thing is to watch the impact it has on others. Somebody comes in and they're afraid, and they're not sure about what their own mission is, or what their own ministry is. And by the time it's over, they're more confident than I am going door to door, and they know their Bibles so fast, and they know it all, and you just watch them change. You watch them build this confidence, and you know that this person's going to go out and win souls for Jesus. And our mission at Life is to win souls for Jesus. Yeah, we want students. Yeah, we want this. Yeah, we want that. But at the end of the day, we're all working for Jesus. We all want to go home, and that's what we do at Life. So.
That's right. So have you had any stories come back from the students that have trained there, go out into the mission field and maybe email you? It's like, you won't believe this. Maybe evangelistic series that they've done, how it's impacted the lives of the people. Tell me some of the most exciting and impressing ones you have.
We get a lot of feedback about people going, and they're always like, well, I've never had any opportunity, or I'm always afraid. And as soon as they leave our school, they're calling us and they're like, my church asked me to teach a class, or my church asked me to put on an evangelistic series. Thomas Falk is a student that was there, and he calls us up and says, wow, we're using these DVD sets that you guys have and training church members, and they're all getting on fire for Jesus, and they want to have evangelistic series, and they're going out to their communities or wherever they're going. They're going out and teaching and preaching, and they're all excited about it. So.
Really? Okay, so your job is to, I know you do the media. What is your?
My title is the production manager.
Okay.
I do marketing and production. We're putting some of our classwork on DVDs. That way someone who can't afford to come to Florida or can't spend the time to come to Florida, or someone who's in another country. I talked to a guy just the other day. He said they had, I forgot how many, they had hundreds of Bible workers in different parts of the world, and he said a lot of them didn't know their Bibles, and he was looking for a way to train them. And I was like, well, we put our materials on DVDs, and that way you can go out, and wherever you're at, you can put it on your computer, and you can start learning yourself, teaching your coworkers, teaching the people around you. And so we put all this stuff on DVD. That way we can get it out to everybody. So.
Okay. So have you all thought? I mean, I know this may be too far in advance, but to do those training DVDs in the languages of the people, so that when they go, they can disperse them in their language.
Yes, we've had a lot of requests for this already, so we're trying to get translators and start working on the programs we have and start translating them wherever they need to be. If we can get somebody to translate them and work with us on it, then we would love to do that. So.
Wow. Well, one last question. Through the eyes of you as one of the partners of Lay Institute for Evangelism, do you think that the Gospel Commission has been fulfilled?
I think we all got to keep working hard to fulfill it every day. So.
Those are some serious words. We all do have to continue to work hard to finish this commission. And We'll have more. You know what? Thank you so much. I need to let you know how much we appreciate you. I'm Melissa Summers. This is Mission TV Special Edition live from the Georgia World Congress Center in Atlanta, Georgia. We'll be back soon, okay?
Oh, there is